and all pumped up, right? Labor Day weekend, doing our thing, getting strong. You saw at the gym, right? But most importantly, the 90-day challenge was for people that need purpose. If you're feeling lost, and it happens to a lot of people, you start feeling lost, especially as I don't even know, because I talk to a lot of young kids too, because my brother and I do a lot of mentorship, that people kind of can't figure out where they're going with themselves or with their life or anything. But I think the key takeaway there is that you have to have purpose. You have to put meaning to your life. We're inundated with social media and everything all the time now, and people are always like, start watching so much. Oh my gosh, this person's doing that, they're doing this. All of a sudden, this guy ends up getting a Ferrari or Porsche or whatever crazy something, and then they get this big mansion, somewhat house in some highfalutin area. You know what I mean? So you get kind of caught up with the Joneses, they used to call it. They don't say that anymore. They say now it's just keeping up with the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? But point being all around is that you need to have purpose in your life. You have to have a higher calling. It has to have meaning. I think the problem is a lot of people get stuck in their life and end up putting themselves in a rut, forgetting that maybe sometimes you work that hard to get to where you're at. Be it friends who are doctors, even lawyers. Like, dude, you're super successful. You make a ton of money. Are you making an impact? Are you happy with yourself, right? Also, other people who are just coasting. They thought after high school leads to college, which leads to partying, which leads to more partying, which leads to aimlessly finding a job, which is just a job, not a career. These are things that aren't creating impact, and for a long time, it creates years and years of some sort of, I wouldn't say animosity or whatever. I would think it creates years of, per se, in your head going nowhere. What am I doing with myself, right? I think that's now more than ever, hopefully in the 90 days that had passed, you followed along. Just watching my videos, I see a lot of people who did, liked it, commented and so forth. But for yourself, it was a journey for yourself to overcome that feeling of feeling stuck. A lot of people feel stuck. They feel stuck in their lives. They feel like they're going nowhere, even with kids or without kids. I'm far from being a kid. I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? But everyone has to make decisions on what it is they're doing with themselves and their lives. And you set these decisions up 10, 20, even 30 years ago, but I'm sharing today why the 90-day challenge was so important. It was to be hyper valued, not just hyper. I'm a hyper dude, right? I'm a hyper dude, but to be energized, to be hyper, that you can overcome that feeling of being stuck. But the first step is obviously to get strong, If you for people that knew me, friends, we were always working out since high school, playing sports, whatever, college and so forth. But at one point you kind of get into a rut, and you live through ruts, and how do you get out of it? And sometimes the rut is so bad that you dig yourself in a hole like an ostrich, right? Your head's in the ground, it never comes up, but sometimes you need a little spark, right? A little help. So with that, you need to get strong. I always am a proponent of getting strong physically. Like, if you're a dude or even chick, bro, get that six-pack, dude. Got to get that six-pack. Why? You're just strong. You feel strong. You're strong. Obviously, you had to work for that. You aren't just blessed with a six-pack. Or work on those glutes. You get tight, right? And make sure you have a tight body, because a strong body is a strong mind. I think from there, once you're strong, you have to become emotionally strong, have some sort of emotional intelligence. Now people don't care. They only care about numero uno, and sometimes, you yourself or myself, you gotta say, oh, what's up with number one, but people remember what you do for them and how you help them, and when you help others and you think of others first, and how would that person feel if I say that? Because words really hurt, I know, and a lot of times I'm attest to, like, oh, you say something, I shouldn't have said that, or I didn't mean that. And you kind of have to take a step back, and something you realize, a lot of people, they don't, as they get older, they kind of think they do, but they don't know so much about things, and they think they know more than what they have in front of them. But my point there is just